We have one bill on the one important bill on the agenda today. It looks like it's a lot of interest in this bill. So remind everyone this morning, including myself, to make sure your cell phone is off or on silent. And that's it looks like we're ready to go. Madam Secretary, you want to call the roll, please?
Senator Byrd, Senator Carpenter, Senator Clemens,
Here.
Senator Elkins,
Here.
Senator Smith, Senator Storm,
Here.
Senator Wheeler,
Here.
Senator Williams, Senator Wilson,
Here.
Vice Chair Douglas, Chairman Higdon.
Here. It appears we have a quorum present and duly constituted to do business. Does anyone have a guest they'd like to introduce today? Well, I do. I have a young lady shadowing me today from Nelson County, Mallory Edlin. Mallory, stand up and let us welcome you here. Okay. Our first bill on the agenda today is Senate Bill 110, an act relating to motor vehicles. Senator Howell. Mr. Chairman, you know the program, and you can go ahead and proceed. I think you have a committee sub on that.
I do.
Okay.
The committee sub just takes out a section about requiring a signature register of farm vehicle. We've worked through the process, and that's not needed anymore. I request for
Okay.
adoption of the
We
sub.
have a motion and a second, and all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Senator, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of the committee, appreciate you having me here. Senate Bill 110 is hopefully the culmination of a long process that started back in 2021 with the task force put together to modernize the clerk's offices. A couple of years ago, we took a bill through to work through electronic filing of land record documents. And this is the next phase of that, to work through electronic filing for car titles, for all the motor vehicle titles. This has been a lot of hard work with a lot of people on the committee, the Clerks Association, the Transportation Department, car dealers. Everybody's gotten together and really ground through this and produced what I think is a really good bill and a really good solution going forward. It establishes parameters for the online filing of these motor vehicles. It changes the way we handle titles. I'm not going to. I'll be happy to answer questions on any part of the bill. I'm going to touch on the highlights that I think affect us and the things that we'll want to talk about the most. The titles will remain in an electronic database. You won't have to worry about which Bible you stuck your car title in when you go to sell it or anything. That will stay online. You'll actually have to pay a fee to get a printed title. By holding everything in an electronic database, we can move things around better. We can transfer titles easier. When liens are paid off on vehicles, the lenders will be able to go in and do a lien release online and take that off of your title, so you don't have to go and get a new title to clear that off on a physical document. It allows for electronic notification. I'm sure all of you are very good about paying your taxes and registration on time. Sometimes I struggle with that before I get downtown to pay them. So that'll give us not just a notification electronically through email or text if we opt into that, but also the ability to pay this online. So I can do that from my desk and not be late theoretically when that happens. One thing that I think it does from a legal practitioner standpoint, we have the situations a lot of time where an estate has gone through and everything's cleared out of the estate. There's no need to probate except for Mama's car that's in her name and her name only, and we have to open up a probate to be able to do this. Now you can put, you can put joint ownership of vehicles in with someone that's not a spouse. So that's another change that we've made to try that, make that easier and better for people. There's a lot of cleanup in this bill too, the things we normally do, changing wording, because we are moving to electronic recording and electronic payment. We had to change a lot of wording involving that. And there's a provision in there at the chairman's direction to try some beta testing on this. I've had some conversations with transportation since then. I think that we'll probably do a floor amendment to make this work better with the transportation department. The Avis system won't do exactly how we had it set up, so I think we may change the wording marginally on there to work with the way their program will work. But the beta testing process is really important to make sure we're getting this right, to make sure before we take this thing fully online January 1, 2027, that we won't crash the system like we've had the situation come in other things. I think that our partners that go along with this will go and do this well. I think we have another asset, I think, in our benefit as well, because the clerk of Jefferson County is the most important driver on the beta test, because it's my understanding that they have more vehicles titled than the six other most populated counties combined. And we have a clerk that was a member of the Senate and worked on this issue while they were there. So I think David Yates is uniquely positioned to help us beta test this thing and stress test it. And I look forward to working through that process this year.
Senator, did you just volunteer David Yates?
I'm sure he's going to be real happy. My phone will be set up. I'll have a text when I get off here going, well, I thought you liked me. Now I know the real truth. but I'm sure he's up to the challenge. I just don't know that he was welcoming the opportunity. It's an opportunity for growth, Mr. Chairman. I'm sure he'll welcome that. With that, that's all I have on there. As I say, we'll have a trailing floor amendment to clean up that language and to add some additional language in for some of the consumer lenders that they needed. But in essence, it won't change anything in the bill. I'll be happy to answer any questions the committee has.
Motion on the bill.
Okay, we do have a few questions. Senator Byrd.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Senator, for bringing this bill. I have actually a statement from my prior colleague, David Yates.
I'm already in trouble. That was fast.
No, yes. And this is what he would like me to share. If passed, this bill will help us as we continue to modernize how Jefferson County handles titles and registrations, less paper and mail, lower costs, better electronic integration with dealers and lenders, and long-term efficiency gains after an initial transition.
So we all keep our fingers crossed on the Avis project. That's for sure.
Senator Storm.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I noticed that the original bill was 44 pages. The committee sub's now 84 pages. And
That's progress, Senator Storm.
Well, possibly. And I always appreciate your good work on legislation. But my question is, I see here on page 3, it talks about all-terrain vehicles. And as you know, last session we passed a bill regarding street legal special purpose vehicles. And I see that they are referenced. The first reference is over here on page 6. So what did you do to street legal special purpose vehicles?
On page 6, you said?
I think that's the first place I see it. Did you leave that statute that we passed?
Yeah, we
last
did not
session
do anything
same?
with that statute, but because now we can title them, we needed to be able to move them into the electronic tiling system.
And did you change anything regarding the amount or the fees that were charged by clerks?
I do
in
not
order-
believe so. I think that we just put that in as a $6 fee. I know it's a $6 fee. I do not recall if it changed.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we're not doing something this session that's contrary to what we passed last session, especially in the committee sub that's 84 pages when the original bill was 44 pages.
No, this just adds in a printed title is $6, just like for an ATV, just like it would be for your car.
Senator Storm, I think it's on page 79. I think it's got the fee. I'm looking at it right.
79, okay. Yeah, because the original one was 44 pages, now it's on 79. That's probably why I missed it.
Well, I had one bill that was a half page, so I had to balance this out on volume.
I just want to make sure that we weren't changing what we did last session as it relates to street legal special
No, sir,
purpose
we're not.
vehicles. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And as we all remember, when Cavis rolled out, it was not the smoothest rollout ever, but
We might have needed that all-terrain vehicle to start with.
right. But you know, the cabinet was on it and worked through every little problem that they had, and hats off to Matt Cole and his crew for getting that all rolled out. And Cavis is hitting on all 8 cylinders now. I haven't received a complaint on Cavis in 6 months. So I know we're ready for this, and the cabinet assures me we're ready for this. So one thing that we did do, there is we do, through administrative reg, allow the transportation cabinet to adjust some fees. And so that is also in there. This is a work in progress. I think this is a very, very important bill, and it changes the way we do things at the county clerk's office. So I know a lot of people interested in this. So we do have a motion on the bill. Okay, Senator Clemens has a question.
Not a question, just a comment. Senator Berg actually filled me in, but I spoke with our Jefferson County Clerk, David Yates, and he's all for it. He said, thank you for all the hard work you did.
He may not thank me after I just hung him out to dry.
Well, we're gonna give him some more work.
Right.
He needs it.
Okay. We'll give Senator Douglas a second to have a seat. And
My apologies, Mr. Chairman.
do you have any guests or anything you want to recognize before we
No, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Well, good deal. Good deal. All right. Any I see no further questions. We have a motion and a second on the bill. Okay, we need a second. Okay, we have a second. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Berg. Aye. Senator Carpenter. Senator Clemens. Senator Douglas.
Aye.
Senator Elkins.
Aye.
Senator Smith. Senator Storm. Senator Wheeler. Senator Williams. Senator Wilson. Chairman Higdon.
Aye. Senate Bill 110 is reported favorably with the expression of opinion that the same shall pass with the committee substitute attached.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members
Well,
of the committee.
Thank you, Senator, for your work on this. And before we adjourn, I want to, as always, thank our staff for their hard work and you know, helping us look good on committee meeting day. So thank you all. Most